Greetings, you reckless racers. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Bad idea. Today, we are taking a look at a pack of Aether Revolt. It's spelled Aether, but it's pronounced Ether, we were told. This is when they stopped using the ligature, because previously in Magic they used the like AE mashed together ligature, and then they decided that's challenging for a bunch of different reasons. So now it's just spelled AE, but it's pronounced Ether. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This pack was given to us by Full Metal Hoyt through the mail in July 2019. It was dated. We should probably date when those packs come in so that we can be sad about how long it's taken us to open them. But anyway, thank you, Full Metal Hoyt, and let's get into it. Nice. Smell is normal. First up, we have Audacious Infiltrator. 1 and a white for a 3/1 dwarf rogue. Audacious Infiltrator can't be blocked by artifact creatures, so no chumping with servos, because that was a thing in this set. Now you gotta trade this with a real creature, because he'll catch the servos in a jar, I guess? Or he has a gremlin? Oh, I see. Yeah. He's threatening the artifact creatures with a gremlin. Frontline Rebel. 2 and a red for a 3/3 human warrior. Attacks each combat if able. Why not? He's so mad. Metallic Rebuke. 2 and a blue for an instant with Improvise, which says your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1 generic mana. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. So you could pay just 1 blue for this if you had 2 artifacts to tap, and that's pretty cool. And I maintain, this was true for Convoke, it's true for Improvise. I love the reminder text of your artifacts can help you cast this spell, because it's like, what? Oh, I get it now. I just think it's a very clean way to explain that. Daring Demolition is next. 2 black for a sorcery. Destroy target creature or vehicle. Yes, high pick in draft, because you just need to kill stuff sometimes. You can't wait for natural obsolescence, which is next. 1 and a green for an instant. Put target artifact on the bottom of its owner's library. Sure. I forgot this card existed, which is weird. You'd think it would have come up more often considering how many artifacts there were in Kaladesh block, but I guess we haven't seen one yet. Oh look, it's Reservoir Walker. Also, we've got, before the Reservoir Walker, we got all 5 colors. They weren't in Wooburg order, sorry everybody, but we did get 1 of each color, so that's pretty cool. Reservoir Walker is 5 mana for a 3/3 construct. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and get zip, or as it says here, 3 energy counters. So energy was the other thing that came out of this block, which was powerful. At least it could be. I'm just remembering Long Tusk Cub in Standard. And Aetherworks Marvel, but then that got banned for being too good. I liked energy, as I'm glad they tried it. Just whoopsies. Destructive Tampering. There you go. That'll take care of that Aetherworks Marvel. 2 and a red for a sorcery. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact or creatures without flying can't block this turn. It's another card that I didn't see that often in draft, and probably if I did, it was the Falter effect, the creatures without flying can't block, but here we are. Filigree Crawler is 4 mana for a 2/2 artifact creature insect. When Filigree Crawler dies, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. This is bad. It's not worth 4 mana. If you really need an artifact that dies and leaves another artifact behind, sure, but otherwise, oof. That was higher pitch than I'd intended. Augmenting Automaton is next. 1 mana for a 1/1 construct, and for 1 and a black, Augmenting Automaton gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I did see some pretty big Augmenting Automatons flying around. It was expensive, but I mean, if you have 8 mana, then it's a 5/5. If you must. We've all been in limited games like that, where it's like, well, I guess I'm gonna put 8 mana into my Augmenting Automaton. Deadeye Harpooner is next. 2 and a white for a 2/2 dwarf warrior with Revolt. When Deadeye Harpooner enters the battlefield, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, destroy target tapped creature an opponent controls. Revolt was a cool idea. A lot of ways to enable that when you wanted to, but most commonly it was just when stuff traded off in combat. Deadeye Harpooner didn't hit a lot in my recollection, because like if they attack you with the thing you want to kill, then you have to like take it or jump it or something, and then on your turn you have to attack in a way that one of your things dies, or you have to use those things that I said, like the Renegade map or something, to make Revolt happen. It was a little difficult to craft in exactly the way that you wanted, but it's fine. 2/2 for 3, I suppose. Here we are. Untethered Express. 4 mana for a 4/4 vehicle with trample, Y, and whenever Untethered Express attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it has a crew of 1. It has a crew of 1, which is why it's untethered, because it can't be driving properly. It makes sense for lore reasons, but it's too powerful. This card is stupid. Crew, by the way, because this was where vehicles came from, was Kaladesh block, is tap any number of creatures you control with a total power of the crew number or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Untethered Express was really irritating in draft. The other one from Kaladesh block that I don't remember the name of was even more annoying, and it was only 3 mana. Renegade Freighter or something, or Renegade Train. It was a similar sort of flavor. It was like a vehicle that had gotten out of control. I don't remember exactly what it was called. Efficient Construction is next. 3 and a blue for an enchantment. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Nice. Sure. Build around, but you can get there. And we have a mountain and a Thopter token, and our foil is Monstrous Onslaught. 3 green for a sorcery. Deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control as you cast Monstrous Onslaught. Why not? Because it's probably not amazing. You gotta have a pretty big creature to really make that land. And our rare is Inspiring Statuary. I've played a bit of this on Arena in a ridiculous artifact solitaire game deck, essentially, where I just sit there and cast and recast a bunch of artifacts until my opponent gets demoralized and leaves. It's an artifact, like I said, for 3 mana. Non-artifact spells you cast have Improvise, which, as I mentioned earlier, your artifacts help you cast them. Inspiring Statuary doesn't need to tap for anything on its own, so that can be one of the artifacts that you tap, and it does some stuff. Presumably Inspiring Statuary gets played in Commander occasionally from time to time. Perhaps. I don't know. What am I taking out of this pack? If I'm drafting it, I'm taking Untethered Express, and it's not particularly close. But then it would be probably Daring Demolition or Inspired Statuary, maybe. But top of the heap, Untethered Express, without question. Monetarily, the pack actually did pretty well, and most of that is indeed the Inspiring Statuary. It's north of $8, which for a pack of sort of a regular Magic set from, how many years ago did you say? 5 years ago? 2017? Wow. All right. This is pretty good, actually. So yeah, I assume Inspiring Statuary is being played in some formats, and not so bad. Well, hey, thank you, Full Metal Hoyt, for this pack of Aether Revolt. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you as well. If you want to support us directly, you can do that via our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. If you want to send us a pack, like Hoyt over here did, you certainly don't have to, but you can, to the address on your screen. And of course, I already shouted out the Patreon, so what else? We have a store with a Discord. That's it. You know the drill, probably. Unless you're new here, in which case, hi, thanks, stick around, it's nice. Until next time, I have been Graham, James has been helping out, Matt's been doing the edit, and thank you everybody for watching, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye-bye.